do well. I hope say everything they go on fine at the different, areas, them countries, continents, them different parts of the world. Them won't say. I'm not go waste them this evening. This evening, I get with me Mr. Mohammed Shillon, lawyer Mohammed Shillon. As soon as all know him for, I get with me Madam Kadi Johnson Cole. And I get with me Young CEO. I get Madam Selu, the last person. I keep him for una force. Mr. Shillon, tell family they do.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be. I am Mohammed Shillon, coming to una from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Madam Kadi Johnson Cole, tell family they do.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Madam Mataselu, tell family they do.
Fambu de Unado, my name is Mataselu from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
And now let me go to the CEO, Mr. Mohammed Taiwo Tawali, tell family they do.
Family Monado.
Well, this evening we fumble them. I get one big alejo inside this panelist today. I'm not a person of no other body, but na person we una sabi good one. In name na Honorable Abdul Kagbo, na member of parliament. Why I say parliamenting? Well, they do parliamenting, but he's a member of parliament, and he's representing constituency 077. Cafe Bulom Chiefdom. Una yeri Cafe Bulom, which una yeri. Well, if una dey inside the talk, una go know. But if una not dey inside the talk, una go lost small. But as go they go, we go they find out. I just want to tell the Honorable Boku thank you this evening because they join with directly from Sierra Leone, and we know almost o'clock the time they now na Sierra Leone. Love for country always, and we respect that. Una all thank you. I go make the Honorable tell family they do.
Family, morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on who you in the world. And I want to take this opportunity for tell Voice of SALONE Network. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, the privilege and honor for hear my voice now on a program. And for giving me the opportunity for let me famble them when I Salome them all over the world know what's they happen now we beloved country.
Thank you very much, Honorable. So me famble them without wasting much time. I want make we take a couple of minutes, make we honor a legend, make we honor a father, make we honor, somebody we don't come, where he don't see, he don't conquer. Una go, I know say some of them one day we understand color. Una know the colors them well today, and una know the regions them we represent, and una know why make aware the colors them we are well today. I know one go full on white because as una know the late Dr. His Excellency Dr. Jerry John Rawlings, he been love white. Now man we like for wear white just like me, but because he died at an age where now we feel say that age they're not too old for make people die, and not being sick for long and not being sudden death. I choose to go with the traditional airway colors. So I'm wearing the airway colors. If una know Jerry Rawlings, una know in background, una know for say come on at the Volta region, una know for say na airway man, and me. We sit down Ayaso Matilda J. Orimisa Cole, myself married an airway man. I no go talk about connections and link, but make we left and so. So today I want to take a pause. I want to take a pause for honor a legend. I want to take a pause for honor a father. I want to take a pause for honor somebody with sacrifice. We see in people them in need. And it can to the call, hear the clarion call. Late, it's funny that I'm saying late, it's hard for me to say late. Late Dr. JJ, Papa J, as many call him, many who know him, many who are fond of him will call him, and most Ghanaians will also refer to him, Papa J. Late Papa J not been ever aspire for become a president na Ghana. Late Papa J all he been want for do in life now for fly plane. But late Papa J in early life, serving as a military, Air Force pilot, he heard the cry of him people. He was first accused of mounting a coup that's, bogus claim. And then a day on trial where they can say, well, God don't destine you for something, he don't destine you for something. As he sit on the way in execution, 6 of his comrades them rescue him from prison. Then it take over power. Try for really, really work for alleviate the pain and suffering of him people them. Now the president, this way you go see the clean gutter. Now the president, this way you go see the work with the steel workers. Now the president, this way you go see them sweep streets. Yes, he was hard. He was draconian at certain points. But at certain point also when you look at history, he did it for his nation. He did it for the people of Ghana. The people of Ghana were without light. When the IMF and the World Bank can tell and say, do this, cut that, he said no. He said, if I educate my people by giving them light, I have done something for Ghana. So what thing he do, it go against the grain. He make sure say it provide light in every district of Ghana. No sign not the day where you're gonna Ghana, no village, not the way you're gonna Ghana today where you know they need light. It's because of this man, because of his vision. I just want to take a pause today. If I continue for talk, I go talk forever and ever and ever. But today, I just want to take a pause for say, Yako. I want to say Baba to the entire, Rollins family, especially Nana Konado Ajima in Wef. They met when she was 14 years old. He tells the story, but she tells the story that they met when they were actually in primary school, much younger than that. Their love story is a beautiful story. I want to tell the entire Ghanaian population, say, Una Yako at this point, and to the late man, JJ Rollins in Sef. I want to say thank you very much for your service. I want to say thank you very much for your work. I want to say thank you for everything you've done for Africa, for your leadership, for Ghana, and even for the young generations coming, for make them, aspire, for see greatness, what greatness in Africa and Africanness look like. At this moment, I say Baba, I say Yako to the entire nation of Ghana. To the late man, I say Mawiyami. And to his mother, even as he passed on, even as he buried Mamamah 3 weeks ago, I hope say you open your hand for your Peking and you say, Nyawe Zonlo. Thank you. So we fumble them. Today, na a big day. Today, I want to make we take 10 talk, but this new developments where they happen in our country. So sometime this week, to be precise, yesterday, we all witnessed Usai, the big Alejo, they all travel go Lungi. And say then they go launch the, the extension of the Lungi airport. Where the day before that, we been hearing Usai, the chief advisor to the engineering advisor to the president, Dr. Tambi, Usai announced, say, he talk why make them cancel Mamamah and why make they do this new project, and also even go to the fact of clarifying why make, then don't scale back. Because if you remember about a year or more ago, then count away with a project of 2.something billion, where Olma Alae Usai. But now it said they don't scale them projects back. But in scaling their project, waiting we get for understand, say, now this expansion, as a matter of fact, when people say, now expansion, una they do, if you go back and listen to the tape, he say, no, we build new airport inside the old airport. He say where una go na he say if una see Togo, una see Liberia, una see Cote d'Ivoire, una see in name countries them. He say na expanding airports them. They not go build new airports them. He say so na dan there we they do. We go make modern, we go build a new modern airport inside the old airport. We not go destabilize people them. We not go move them, come up from the habitat, the environment and whatnot. So 9 people ask and say, okay, this refurbishing, what they can do so now almost it go cost. They say now 270 million. 270 million to do an expansion on the airport. The Mamamah proposal for a new fresh airport was 350 million. Make we do the deduction. 350 million minus 270 million, almost we they end up with. Now that question there we get for can ask. Some of them question yeah, so we get for can ask today. And waiting also not clear is who is paying. They say now for free. That now the builders them they take on so waiting and get for do na a boat, waiting a boat, build, operate and transfer. Then are the builders then they invest their money when they don't build and don't they operate the place when they don't operate when they don't pull their money come out done then they transfer and now to SALONE. Now waiting they not tell we is at what cost. They not give we them fine details then they for how long. They not tell we how them bid this, how the bidding come about for this new project because the bidding where them in tell we about are for a completely different thing. Now we get a bidding for. Now we see a launching for something completely different. But even before we go inside there, you know, I can't help because this morning they say where they do something. The people there where you meet now the hosts. You not go build the host there, you not call the people there where you meet na the host for say, I want build host na ya so una can make we can't go away water na ground. So honorable, this evening I want to ask you exactly what happened when you get the invitation, how you get the invitation, and what really happened where you reach na the gate. I want to make you tell Famble them because na constituency 077 Cafe Boulon right inside airport now they represent. So if anybody supposed for the insider launching at that particular point, regardless of where you belong, you should have been one of the people there. So tell Famble them exactly what happened.
I tell you thank you for this opportunity. Waiting be happen that I received 2 days to the program. I received an invite na me pigeonhole na parliament. Say for the part of the program. And where I read the invite, I come for notice say over 8 or 7 people for make a statement, you know, and my name not indeed for make a statement. I say, oh, well and good. But because na development na my constituency, I see and say it incumbent on me for attend and for identify myself with the project. So that day I'm engaged sitting, parliamentary sitting. I deliberately not attend the sitting because I be want attend the launching. And interestingly, for let a launching carry on, that project they wait them for launch for don't receive parliamentary approval. Meaning them for don't go with the agreement in the parliament, we for don't look at the detail, the content of the agreement, we for don't debate them, and we for don't officially approve them, you know, before ever them go ahead for launch. But that's not be happen, you know. But still me say, okay, because this na terminal and basically I have been invited na my constituency and not go find for let such a program be held na my constituency, they not see me. So that day I take excuse from parliament and dress up for attend the program. You know, I reach now the first gate because now the presidential gate people all in the use. I reach now the first gate, the policeman there and soldier man there we been did. Now policeman and soldier man there we did na my constituency and they know me very well. So when I reach there, most of them in they salute me and say, yes, I can't pass. So I pass the first gate. The second gate now, not a policeman, not a soldier man, me did it. Now, some guys they been did it, where then say they're a tax force. Then where the SLPP polo, some wear combat trusses, and they wear coats on top. So where I reached there, now one of them come, he called me, say, Honorable Abdul you see, you know, they enter here. Now I say, what happened? Because all the motorcar that we've been there before me, they all enter, you know. So I say, we make all the motorcar they don't enter, you see me know the enter here. I say, yeah, we are say this is my constituency, and I'm formally invited to this program. They say, no one know. All in know say me not for enter. You know, the police then try for prevail on the head of the task force. Then tell and say, no, this man na representative na ya. Now in people that vote for legitimately na ya. So not enough for be held na in constituency, we not got an opportunity for attend. But seriously, the people let me get more command over the police. So they end up for dominating.
So hold on, Honorable. Are you trying to tell me here that a task force, a group of people calling themselves a task force, gets more authority than the police and the army mending the gate?
For sure, for sure.
Wow.
For sure. Me have been so surprised, you know. So the police then try for intervene, then they try for prevail on them, you know, but they were so insistent. And me, not be one create a scene because now being a big program, you know, president for body, you know, let them know can say, hey, now honorable Abdul this happen. So what I do, I just tell me driver, I say reverse, turn, let we go. So me driver reverse, you know, a turn the motor car, and we come out back, and the program be held in my absence.
Wow. Wow. You know, it is hard that, you know, what did they fail me? But what failed me right now? So hold on. You got an invitation.
Yeah.
You cancel your parliamentary sitting. Yeah. Ask for excuse from parliament just so you go honor the invitation, because one, if stranger can't visit you, you need for dinner host for receive the stranger.
Exactly.
Where you reach the SLPP tax force boys or align or whatever, they became political in then forget say this na a national you know thing. They became political, then they stop you at the gate. Yeah. The one that way now the you know authoritative forces them where by law now then suppose for maybe if anybody for stop you now then for stop you, then they plead and beg. Now then turn the I mean the roles are reversed. Normally now the tax force sometimes are there for the beg. For say no left we honorable, but their way then they're supposed to be they're supposed to be the custodians of the law for protect citizens. Now they turn and beg the civilian forces and say no left honorable may kind sign. And to no avail. Pashilon dia be kind sign.
Well, Honorable, I get few questions then.
Okay, sir.
Number one, you're familiar with this task force? You know about their existence?
No. I mean, not even sabi them.
Okay.
From the stretch of everybody's imagination, not to me constituency then they. Because I am in very good speaking terms with the SLPP members, then I'm your own constituency, and I sabi them all. Then tax force, then they attend and go with them for the program.
But you ever know if they say a task force of that kind they exist anywhere in the country, or at the first and then?
No, not the first and they meet them, you know.
All right.
Yes, not the first and
two, when they stop you, they not try for consult with anybody higher. Whoever tell you say you know go through, you know. Talk now walkie-talkie for call anybody above them for say
no. It's as if they were waiting for me. It's as if they knew I was going to come. Then no say I get for come. They wait for me because then call me name. Say Honorable Abdul Kabu, you know the entire and me license plate clearly indicates me constituency and show clearly say me a member of parliament.
And three, they not give you no reason why they don't want you for go there. The person
no, but just say I'm not the person at the gate.
Wow.
just say another personally.
Well, the reason why they ask that question, and because I want to just get for some clear in your mind how this can happen. Because anywhere else in the world, a member of parliament, when in constituency, then they get some function of that magnitude there, regardless of the political party to which he belongs. He should be on top of the list of invitees. No question about that. So it just boggles the mind. And that one person would just look you, knowing who you are, with total disregard for authority, make an instantaneous decision without consulting anybody above him.
Exactly.
I mean, it boggles the mind. So sometimes this kind of a thing, it's just hard for understand. How do these guys think they are running country? How can you run a country that way? Because you're supposed for Dede.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
No question about it.
Yeah.
And whether you're not a rebel rouser, you for Dede if now you represent the people, because now democracy will get you are the people's rep and
exactly.
a constituency. So I am just astonished that they decide, say, forgo. And all the decisions the way you make, I agree with you.
Yes.
They invite you the last minute, but you put interests of the people over your personal interest, over your pride, over your prestige for say, okay, in the interest of the people that go, which was a sound decision, And I also commend you that when this guy stop you, when the police then begin talk, you look up beyond yourself, you say, okay, the president get for calm, and I want for create a scene. And it was very wise of you to have just tell your driver for turn around and go. I just wish Sierra Leone can get more common sense parliamentarians like you, because every step along the way that you've taken, to me, is very impressive.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Madam Kadi Johnson. Here is a situation where the Honorable they tell we say, before any launching, Parliament, then for don't bring the proposal and everything inside Parliament supposed for don't approve them before then go before. But now here is a situation where we don't see launching, we don't see turning of the sword. Parliament no approve this to 270 million. Who is committing who to who here? Because if Parliament not approve something and then the government go ahead with them, waiting and they commit to. So are they going to now go to Parliament and twist the arm of Parliament and force the arm of Parliament to approve regardless? Or this an arrangement we not get nothing to do with Parliament? How are we running our country?
Well, this is just the way they're running it. but just the way this way they run the country anyway, because Parliament is supposed to be the voice. Because when you do undertake such major projects, Parliament is supposed to approve. They're supposed to don't put everything down and send and go Parliament, so Parliament will look them and all them. And this is approval. This is a very, very major project. No one person can take control over it. The surprise thing is the president did it, and he must not say Parliament not approve them. He must know. You see, then it go there. You see, it kind of, pardon? It's sad. It's sad the way the country is going. It's really, really sad, because some of these things they are so, it gets some of them decisions they are so we didn't take. Then get it will affect the country. No two ways about it. Because they not get anybody we look into the thing and they properly. We look at all the terms and everything. Is like a one-man show. The one-man show really. Go there and do everything and go turn the swords. How they go? Because how they go turn the swords? They not get no agreement. They not get no agreement. And then go enter into then go commit the country into an agreement where the president said go support. First of all, when they do anything here soon, you see, then suppose for them, we need for no the parliament need for no, because this is an airport. This is something they're going to 270. Well, in fact, it's not just the money really that concerns me most. It's the rest, is the terms, some of the terms and we I feel to
Terms
say,
of agreement, yeah.
yes, we I feel to say might have been ignored or overlooked. Yeah, you get me. First of all, I saw an audio where you can stop me if you want me to stop my matter because we haven't got enough time. Just to let other people speak, you get me? But there is this audio, we may see video or something, when the Mr. Tambi man they talk. One of the things when they ask and say, but scholars, is the people they don't need for no old thing. I say, wait a minute, they don't need for no old thing. Who are you to tell the country, to tell parliament they don't need to know nothing? First of all, we want to know that they go on and on and on. What I've noticed about it, they keep going on and on about it. It's not costing us any money. You see, it's not costing us any money, unlike the Mamamah projects. Mamamah projects was a debt that was to be paid and all that. What is that? But what they fail to tell the country, the people of Sierra Leone, is the things they should have taken into consideration. First of all, we need to know, Parliament need to know how much money the current airport is making.
Okay, I go hold you right there. How much money the current airport is making? Make I hold you right there. I want for, even before we got a little bit deeper, because I want for make the Honorable Giwi in opinion on this. I want to make the technical team play the two videos then. The 3D video of the proposed, now cancelled Mamamah Airport, where release, and then I want for make it also play the video of the current proposed expansion. Now, then video, so before even we play, make a give credit so credit is due. We acquire them video so through Sierra Network Salone. Sierra Network Salone, thank you very, very much for we make use of our materials. Them, it really help in the work them way we do. Thank you so much, Sierra Network Salone. I go make the technical team play that, and then I will come back to the panelists, ask some questions. Then make we go deeper, because now we are delving deeper into the nitty-gritties of some of the questions them where we need for us, where the government they tell we say we don't need for no right now.
كريم قال ربكم ادعوني انما امره اذا اراد شيئا ان يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء واليه ترجعون. اللهم اني اسالك بانك انت الله لا اله الا انت الواحد الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا احد. اللهم انا نسالك ان تحفظ بلادنا سيراليون من كل سوء وان تحفظ هذا الرئيس دكتور جيليوس مارابيو من كل شر شرائر انك على كل شيء قدير برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين. اللهم اجعل هذا اجماع مرحوما وتفرق البان وتفرق معصوما. اللهم انا نسالك ان تجعل هذا الرئيس دكتور جيليوس مارابيو من كل شر شرائر انك على كل شيء قدير برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين. اللهم اجعل هذا اجماع مرحوما وتفرق البان وتفرق معصوما. اللهم انا نسالك أن تجعل هذا المشروع أمنا مباركا ونافعا ونسيب إنك على كل شيء قدير برحمتك يا رب العالمين. وصلى الله على محمد عباده وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Now the Christian prayer.
Okay, Fambulem, so while we work on getting the short version of the video, because this one where we the show right now are the actual launching, but there's a short version where they show on the aerial view, the 3D view of the new expansion. But for now, we go showing us some pictures them. But I want even before we go inside there, I want to go to me panelists them and I want to ask a question. Mr. Taiwo, what you feel when you see the 3D view? Because people are not being ever get chance for see the 3D image of the Mamamah. When you see the 3D image of the Mamamah and the current 3D image as well of the current expansion, what be you take? The current 3D expansion at 270 million. The total of the new airports now been 350 million. Waiting at you on take.
Before I even go to the airports, make ideas what happened to honor with cargo, because I don't talk on this program, people never understand. I'm more SAPP than so many people where they were green up, go up and down the streets. Because me mommy on side, my grandpa represent SAPP in a parliament and Pan-Africa Parliament as a member of parliament where is he represent the chief in Nakono for a very, very long time. His entire life from we left America go SALONE. From 1983 he become a paramount chief where he represents SAPP in a parliament. Where he died in Nakono. Because like I say this, Martin Luther talk say not of us bad, not of us bad people in Boku, but where the good people in Ceylon see bad thing happen and not talk. Now he make the bad Boku on the wall. So we the good one, if we don't see bad thing they happen, they call them. Where it don't go to the worst, then we want for come, we send a part of the problem. What thing happens so right now, we need for to get some SALONE. This not problem, they start slowly. Where political party they don't done, election don't done, time that which follow, we move forward for build we country. Be careful, we need them for realize, say, we all now one country at that point. Particular, not for important anymore. When you want to make development, when anybody sign any agreement, they sign on behalf of a political party. We sign on behalf of the country, which means whether you're not power, you're not power, now we get for people for them. So we get the right for question what to do. At the same time, everybody, if that development is the culture for SALONE, everybody, no matter what political party they belong, they're supposed to be part of that table there. We don't need to forget a marshal. Also, you get a law enforcement, they control things there. What man they say so because even when my grandpa died, now we the family now behind the scene, we put so many things together. Since man, me auntie me married to daddy. As much as na APC, my grandpa in the SAPP, but there's a true family blood one between them because my grandpa Reza. Now them me day before the bury na Frito. But what happened? When they reach Nakono, the SAPP marshals they kidnap the body. Next, first up my the they even come to stab and kill each other. We na burying, so for honor the man getting last respect for William na being gone. This is not what we need for discouraging a salon. And not make no sense. Election done. Now we all come together as one team and we develop salon. We political parties not forever be bigger than we country. Now this make but couldn't they go wrong? Just like this question they ask me now. The two way up with APC. Now the same two way we condemn APC. Say APC not mean go to Mamamah airport na parliament. Now the same thing SAPP back to do right now. The same two way they condemn. Same thing they tell we say APC mean do. What we all can we condemn APC. Now the same thing they do so. They say APC make bad deal. Yes, but why make the bad deal? Because they not go with the deal in parliament. For let parliament go look and scrutinize them. We Dr. Dembi come forth with this first budget about 2.something billion. Now because Salone people then scrutinize them and realize that money mean too much, and then we begin asking silent questions him. How much you get for pay for this bridge? How much for pay for course? Then they realize now say the money where they may say for pay, it's too much. And now man say no, we're not going to pay $10 for course because how much the mama get where they say customer live where they na Lungi? I go because the bridge you 10 where market not even reach $10. Now then go back and scale them back. If people don't ask this question, then say for them make a bad deal. But then continue to make a bad decision day after day, the way people them come out and ask questions, then vex. But the same thing I criticize. Because at the end of the day, now we look at the terminal or whatever Mamamah be. Whatever, if when I say Mamamah, we'll not get the kind of plane that they can on a salon. When I make all these fine excuses, okay, we don't buy them. Why make now, if we don't change our mind, why make not go back to parliament? Parliament, they represent we. Them deal on this, and they sign on behalf of SAPP. When I sign on behalf of Salone people, this now we deal. After 10 years, 5 or 10 years, we go for life power. But we go for pennies for the rest of some of our lives them. Or picking them for can't take them that year. We get the right for the parliament, or people who put to parliament, for me then able to watch them deal on we behalf as the citizens there, for approval or not. If we not make una own deal as a party deal, they own up una party money for pulling money and pay for them. So this is wrong. But again, this not. I mean, honorable denier. This is where I can call the parliament out all the time because we don't know what in the parliament to do for someone else here. Why make the parliament not get no force? They not get no strength. Any party can just work out all over them because it's more about party than the country. We need for what's inside this deal. Just like I put my video this morning, I say, most some of this money I get for think back to we the citizens because when you free to on this story, they will pay for that bridge money, they never pay that money. At the end of the day, we think if I put them for increased tax on property tax and all that of tax on we. Eventually we go for pick up this tab. Why we not going to know now? But it's wrong for us to know what is in deal now.
Yeah, it is very important for us for know waiting then at the deal. Madam Martha, make I ask you this question. So we cancel Mamamah 350,000. Make we forget that now because they don't cancel, right? Make we say yes, they don't cancel. The World Bank say Mamamah not to be a good deal. Waiting primarily make the World Bank being say that it says Salone not get the kind traffic. First of all, for sustain that kind project they for make the returns in time. And then for waiting and calling. Now, one of the reasons that they make the World Bank been there against the Mamamah airport. It says Salone not get the kind traffic for sustain that kind thing there. Instead, they propose say, make we renovate the existing airport, build up on with traffic and with flow, and then maybe at some point where we don't maximize with traffic flow, then we can consider building another airport. Now, I don't know what in this government, then you where they run with or whatever. But when you cancel for me a $350 million deal for a brand new airport, and then you do a refurbishing of an existing airport for $270 million. Water is not constant. Light is not constant. The ferry don't rot him. The pampers, they kill people. Pamper about, I said, and they call it, they kill people them. Na they waiting and call. The speedboat, not to all man get that kind of money there. Even the diasporans them. Then self them pocket skin tight for they use that speedboat for the cross. Have all of this been taken? Shouldn't all of this have been taken care of first before? Who side with the cross go? Waiting with the cross go with. When people they can salon, they're not a can salon for can say, oh, what a beautiful airport. No, they come there for business. They are in the airport for less than half an hour at max. So dear Beg, tell me what you think about this 250, because the amenities are not there. And if then they fail for provide with the details of this contract, the bidding, the waiting and they attach and bind the Sierra Leonean. You see, let me tell you something, people. This is not about APC or SLPP. This is about they don't hang rope now on a neck where una no ask for. So if they hang rope now on a neck, una need for no why make that rope they hang now on a neck and for waiting. Madam Selu, go on. You mute.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Matilda, for the question. Thank you, all my colleague panelists. First of all, I go just one robot small pan waiting happened to we honorable, which was total disrespect to me honorable. This ban, I possibly didn't vote for, just like I didn't vote for the president. So it not begin all right. First of all, what he do was totally wrong to Ram and a total disrespect, which is not fair to him. And things like this in the honorable for Lungi. In fact, what we Miki always say as a community person, as a social worker, we don't work a lot with community members. A project like this, you the brand come to the people. Come give the people then say, if I what you the first do, you get money. Okay, let's say then get a kind 270 million money, you then get them. Come to the Lungi people. Ask them, say, we get social amount of money. We want for help in our community. Now, yeah, what you wanna need? Waiting wanna need, not waiting they need. Because most of the times we government them, then just they do things for waiting they want. Is that just like the way you are saying, my sister? Water no day, lights no day, hospital no day. Recently, we just hear for say, why did they launch a $270 million project? Babies were dying in cottage.
Yes.
Common, simple fuel for put inside generator. Common, simple fuel for putting a generator for let picking them. Get well body. Picking them tomorrow when we all don't go take over Sierra Leone. Now they don't die in a cottage.
Yeah.
We then are Lungi, they launched $270 million project. How fair is that? And this is a project that if they don't bring account to the Lungi people say, involve we honorable say, look, you not the honorable now. In fact, the honorable now for don't team up before all this job work here. Now for don't invite people them. Now for don't be the one for spearhead everything where they go on. Now for don't invite people. Now for get in constituency. How una go bypass somebody like that? Then you come una can make a stranger. Then the worst of all, not even involving parliament. Oh, a thing like this. We get what we call town hall meetings.
Thank you.
That's what we call town hall meetings. Bring your proposal to the
town hall meeting. Barre, na then we get barre for. Then can see us so.
They don't forget about all culture self. We own common culture where people then first time then they una come the chief one you talk to una or people they don't come visit the chief or one see una then they call all man a cut barre. Now so get to the town market square, all man sit down. Now this will get to what you wanna say. Then the people then go say, oh yes, we want this project to now let bring come. But we not go even parliament they not tell. The honorable way get in your constituency, they not tell them. I'm not even sure they even debated this, even talk to the people, the common people that went there na Lungi, we get them project. They not even talk to them. They just decide for can't do what they want to do. Can't suffer now the people they might say here, whether you like it or not, open more like what they mama they be the good marriage, so be young. Whether they go that bang bang, whether they claim Saturday, I remember they now open they open more suffer. Now so no more they can't put on the people then to say, here, you go take it. How fair is that? So that Mamamah project. And now the other thing again, I don't know, I be listen to somebody, maybe they talk say, we as Africans, particularly Sierra Leoneans, everything we want for other people, therefore do for we. We don't now, how you call this, World Bank, for can't dictate to we what we really want. This is not about you, World Bank. Really. This is our country. The people that forget right for decide waiting they want. So like how the former government been said they want for get a Mamamah project, or we not been get for do World Bank, we not want give una money, fine. We not want give una money, fine. But you know get right.
And may I just say that is ultimately what the former government decided, as in, okay, World Bank, you do not approve, but we are going ahead with this because we feel that this is good for the nation. However, if them fail for carry and go parliament again, just like this is, it was wrong on them.
Yes. Now the problem, and they will get to politicians and for say they know they will politicians, and I think they just don't respect us. They just feel so they can do anything where they want to do to Sierra Leoneans. Just like because when we can at this country, as he say, if you vaccine say you want to take, then they actually consent. But SALONE and member, they can't align, we're on a line, not so. Whoa, they school. All man to line, you pull a uniform, they maculate. They're not the actual question, no. Then they just say maculate. So when I came to Canada and realized that I have a right, or my parents have the right to say, no, my child does not need that vaccine, then I know that, oh, really? And here I was in Sierra Leone, all that they do, pull all man a door to line. So that this, we government, they don't use to. And I made it
Indeed. I want to go to the Honorable. Honorable, I want to ask you some questions then. At any point in time, just like we don't talk about, cut barre, gather the people them, na the constituents, or na the chiefdom, tell them, say, na this with the plan, what you wanna think, I know for say the Edman Dede or the chief or the Lungi paramount chief Dede and whatnot. But even together with the Lungi paramount chief, because they represent a constituency, the Cafe Bulum constituency inside parliament, you self for don't involve in this process. At any time where they do this consultation, even for the bidding, because we don't know how the bidding take place, would they not explain tell we how this bidding go about? At any time, let's say they didn't even bring it to parliament, but just because it's your constituency and they represent the people their needs inside the walls of parliament, at any time did they involve you in the bidding process? At any time did they involve you in the criteria? At any time did Dr. Tambi come to you and say, so and so with the think, what do you think? At any time did they do local consultation okay, yes, maybe they did feasibility study, but did they do local consultation with the constituents them, involving you as a representative of the people, as the voice of the people, even before they forge ahead with this? Okay, you mic there off.
No. Technical team go turn off now. Okay, not turn off.
Yeah, I'm mute.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for the question. First to start with, not to this only project they don't carry in Lungi. The first project where they've been carried, then said that they build international conference hall in Lungi. Then can they identify the land in my constituency without me knowledge? Then go there and brush the land without consulting me. Nobody not tell me na so I pass, so I see people and snap na the land. Then do every other thing without even informing me, on the basis say me na opposition MP. And this very launch of the Terminal 2 project, I only aware where I see invitation and me pigeonhole. I was not part of any meeting, any consultation so far, nothing. In fact, if the agreement may not go parliament, until I don't aware, but nothing like that. I only see invitation, let me pigeonhole, and I say I for come. And honestly, like we una the talk, a lot of questions need to be asked before ever they launch the project. Yeah, because a job like we you pikin they go married woman. Yeah, the pikin just not they go marry the woman because the woman fine. It just not they go marry the woman because the woman get fine shape. A lot of things then the way una for know as a family before the marriage gone. And some of them questions then they now will be one ask na parliament. Because as we dey talk, now the agreement na BOT, build, operate, and transfer. We all know say we country SALONE, one of the revenue generating sources na the airport. Yeah, the airport they generate so much revenue for the country. Wait for the next 25 years after they don't build that terminal, the country no longer not they get any revenue from that airport. The country will get revenue from security fees where then they pay, from passenger profiling charges the way then they do, from ground handling charges them, landing fees, you know, all the other taxes them. We plane then they pay, we then they land in the airport. Once this building go on, not so we as a country no longer they control them. Yeah. And most of them charges then they are in dollars then can they. And remember, as a country, we not get SAI, we say we get dollar. The airport now one of the resources then we get dollar. So if you can't say then dollar, then they now way they come through the airport no longer belongs to the country. It belongs to the Suma Group because now they get for bill and now then they operate them for 25 years.
And you see, now me they even listen at 25 years because what we they if I don't know if you notice during the launch where after the launch where them in they ask us the ministers then so now for how long waiting at the detail they all set them up mlap I don't know they all been they set them up mlap. So thank you for revealing that for 25 years for some of our working Sudan are there internet place here so they talk about now na money now na development the people and say that they can't build now they get the money then they invest to say they want for invest for 25 years they don't lock with future still for 25 years and granted this can go more than 25 years because if they not pull their money they not they release until them pull their money then make them profit. Now that's when the SALONE go hand over. So now here is what we are going to get. Make we begin first. And if first we been the talk for say dear for go SALONE, una tie una oja them. Then $2-3 they want people them in the send for una because them in the manage quiz. Una begin tie. Honorable, I not mean for coach you. Sometimes we need for talk through and we need for be raw about the truth.
It's okay. Then two, when you go into agreement with any company, you get for know about the capacity of the company, the current financial position of the company. We for don't do a proper research and peruse waiting at the current financial status of the Suma Group. But it will interest you for note say, as recent as 2019, the Suma Group made the face bankruptcy.
Yes. Now the first thing that I not be one bring down there, one bring down there to lawyer because now one thing that they want research where I find out. But thanks for bringing it. Yes.
You see, so as a country, you just not to go into agreement because you want make name and left the country because you know say now one thing about the way you do about the advantages and disadvantages of privatization. One thing where you go come for realize. Now that where government they run institution, government they afraid for invest long term in the institutions the way then they run because then they afraid say, but this if I can't buy this, I can buy this. This only cost me $10 million and not to me get for pull the profits. Now other governments get for come. Sometimes my own government go don't come out. Now other government get for come. Now other government get for come pull the profit. So then they afraid for invest long term. You know now that make it can always disadvantageous. When institutions they under government for run, yeah. But look, yeah, now you don't go into this agreement for 25 years. So for 25 years, you don't prevent all other governments for get resources from the airport way now in one of the places the world they get revenue as a nation. You don't deprive all other governments for 25 years. Don't forget. So we as parliament therefore look into that critically. You know, in fact, to me, them beat the gun because the launch of the project for them be after Parliament approval as provided in subsections 4 of Section 40 of the National Constitution. Yeah, because we for don't debate and we for don't look and critically, we for don't look at the pros and the cons. But something they will then they hide we make something they're not going to parliament. Something they will then they hide we make something and say, Lord, launch this project one time. If we launch this project, if we go to parliament, it's still gone. You see, and then they show say one, we parliament week. Why make us say we parliament week? Because if government very apprehensive about the parliament, or if we parliament unpredictable, government no say this if we care and go, that parliament they then critical, then go look and their tendency say then go approve and their tendency say they not go approve, government not for don't go ahead with the launch. The mere fact then go ahead, then launch the process, then no say we parliament are over stamp. Anything we then can go it pass easily.
Yeah.
Anything we then go the nothing, they come out it pass easily. So we get a lot of questions then where we need answer to as a parliament before ever, we go past the agreement, because the money we involve, like I said, the money plenty. You understand? To the extent that way you compare the terminal and the new airports. Now, let we go into the reason why make we need new terminal. That's the first question. Yeah. Check the traffic of the current airport we get. For the week, sometimes 6 to 7 flights they come. 6 to 7 flights for the week, entire week. I remember one time we are going to Honolulu airport, we want to take off. We had to wait because plane them in the land. Over 7 plane land before ever we take off. We spent over 30 minutes to 1 hour just for it, let them plane their land. Waiting at the traffic. 2 planes they ever meet up at this airport. Waiting at the need of new terminal. We did launch new terminal at the time where even electricity not in Lungi, the generator are the use for talk to owner. You did launch new terminal where the basic needs them of the people will not be met. What to make we need new terminal? Plain and noble land at this one terminal will get. So some of them questions then they need answers. But like I tell you, there are some people where they go make agreements. They know what's in at the bottom of the agreement. Now that make them can go into their agreement and they know the gains the way then they make. They know the how they say the back pass where they know the agreement, so they can go into their agreement and for the individual benefits. You understand? People and they go launch new terminal where the need not it. They need nothing. Airport they did something hold the plane and they can.
Yeah.
Airport yes. Airport they hold the plane and they can. Airport they did not just few planes then they come. Then ask yourself, what to make you need another terminal? What's not the need? Now then idea need. Within a country, recently Naimeka they say, I even the field say the prevents me not for enter airports. It connected with the recent debates where women get in a parliament with the Minister of Energy, where it go extend the agreement of the car power ship. Yeah. And I was so critical. I tell the ministers, because the minister say one, then don't reduce the price where the previous government may arrange. I think have been 19 cents per kilowatt hour. Then don't reduce until 16 cents. So he said they don't make over 18 million profit. I clap for the minister. I said that is good. That is excellent. For let una go make agreement for reduce the price. I say let God bless una for that. Even the fuel, because now the company they supply the fuel. The fuel also then go into agreement, they reduce the price. I clap for them back. I said that is so patriotic of you. But interestingly, after they don't do all the reductions, then the government don't save so much money, from the past agreement. Now then come back, then increase the tariff on the people in times 3. Times 3. They increase the tariff. So why make them reduce all that in pocket?
Only for the people. So some of them think they are so that make I can always say, I want members of parliament to come to the show. I want ministers to come to the show. I want even the president to come to the show, because I go ask you some pertinent questions then. And the truth, nothing but the truth, because so we know we are no holes barred. We want to know the truth. We will probe for the truth. So you reduce the price only to increase tariff on the consumers.
Exactly.
Are you serious?
Exactly.
Are you serious? Who's kind of got, Ojukokoro business day so? Like when are you going to really feel sorry for the masses? When are you really going to work for the Sierra Leonean people? When are you really going to demonstrate empathy and love for nation? Honorable, hold your thoughts. Make I no cut you. They come back to you. I want to go to Pashilon. Lawyer Shilon. This Suma group, when me investigate a little bit about them, I find out say this group is a group where just 2019 yesterday, and they filed for bankruptcy with 2020 now. Whose guarantees them we get for no say even that 250 million day where they say they get right now, not to be some kind of collateral where they don't give them for sometimes they can give business system some form of collateral a little bit for see if they can manage and push themselves come back up. Who is to say that these people are financially solid, that when we go to the book, them will not forget, we criticize APC for some really, really, really bad, shady deals them with minerals them. Really, really shady deals them with minerals them. And I'm just afraid that this is what is about to happen. Even with some of these deals that are going on, we don't see the president don't turn sword for a lot of things them. And a lot of times we know they go into the intitles for really question the veracity of these deals. How you go sign a contract with a company where less than a year ago they are in fired.
We'll get a lot on the table now. Now, everything with the Honorable don't talk about are all genuine issues. I may not be in agreement with the Honorable with all the issues then, but these are issues that should have been brought on the table. For example, I just don't understand if Parliament supposed for participate in a debate and discussion before the government get the okay for do what you and just do so, the launching. I just don't understand how a government can skip an entire parliament because the Honorable just cite a section of the law. So I just cannot understand how they would do that.
But Shilon, they can do them because we don't see them don't do them.
No,
we don't see during the vote of the emergency they do it. They will bypass, and they will create noise and they will do whatever they want to do to bulldoze their way through to get their way.
Well, that's a bad way of governing because at the end of the day, it's counterproductive. It's not going to do anybody any good. But here is my take. This thing, the manner in which they go about them, smells of corruption. American man say, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it must be a duck. Everything, every step we don't take now seem like some cover up. Now, I'm not quite in agreement, but the issue with the Honorable raised are genuine issues. Now, you can get development, then you build an airport. The airport currently may not be doing well. But now the duty, if you hire the right people trained to run such operation, because people go to school for these things, people have experiences. Sierra Leone Lungi Airport or an airport in Sierra Leone can become an international hub. They can increase their revenue tenfold. It all depends on why they want. So may not get enough facts for question why they want a new airport. But I do know say they can increase the revenue because you cannot build a new airport if you still get just 6 planes landing a week. I mean, you talk about a total disaster.
A new terminal.
New terminal. But by improving the airport. So I don't know what kind of studies they may have done. But the fact that currently the airport not to get enough traffic, and then you mentioned just enough for say when they spend that community, it will cost way more for the go home. Of course it will, but the airport operation is a little tricky. If we have more planes fly, because the way that they charge, the scarcity of flight into a country increases the value of airfare. So if we get more flights coming into Sierra Leone, the airfare logically should go down. So we don't know how to plan it, but the thing we don't understand now, $250 million or $270 million is a lot of investment. All precautions should be taken. All social groups, other groups then, should be informed months, if not a year in advance for contribute ideas. The bidding, like how we talk about, so we don't know the bidding about the design of the airport, how many companies then bid. I mean, everything is just terrible. So based upon what you made so far, it does the country no good. It's marks on corruption, and the same thing when they condemn the other party for. This is the trouble. The Sierra Leone, the problem what we get, as I see it, nobody has the interest of the country at heart. And when I say nobody, I don't mean nobody literally, because you get dishonorable, you get like Tawa Conte, you get a few people that will really care. But I'm just talking the vast majority of the people are in it for themselves. You know, it's how much they will get out of them. With respect to the Suma Group, if that's a genuine issue, if they filed for bankruptcy last year, the country needs to know about them if they get the wherewithal financially for launch such a project, and if they can do it from the beginning to end. And then the other concern is if a new airport will cost $350 million, and then a
refurbished airport.
Yeah, it will cost $270 million. We'll talk about $80 million difference. You know, I think also the country should have been told who's good, what they go bring to Kafebulon chiefdom. Employment, will there be an increase in employment? What type of jobs? What type of, will Kafebulon be able to raise taxes for improve the street and get more light? See, these are all genuine issues waiting for discuss before they even come into this signing. Well, this is not a signing because the president was there laying the foundation for the construction to start. I mean, this is just mind-boggling. I don't know how the country benefits from this. This is so short.
Okay, I want to open the phone line just in case people can get 2-3 questions for the Honorable. Honorable, make a know at any time if you want left, make a know, and I will give you hand you over the you know, the spot for make you say your goodbye to people them and whatnot. But if you still want to hang around, make I also know. You can hang around. I just want to open the phone line if people can get questions for you directly before I release you. So I open the phone line, 2 minutes per call.
No, yeah, before you open the phone line,
sure.
Mr. Shilon make a very important point where I react to.
He say, go on.
He say he don't know whose benefits, then they go carry it to the people level. He don't know whether lights go come, whether good roads go in a Kafubulon, whether other things then go in a Kafubulon. Right now we are the talk show. Me not the member of parliament for this very constituency. The airport, they operate in this constituency. The airport get a social corporate responsibility with them for the do to the people of Kafubulon. As at the talk show, all the things that we are they do as a member of parliament now out of my own resources. I they build a big hospital with 50 million the airport not give me for doing. I they build market with 50 million the airport not give me for doing. At the begin another community center where the airport not give money for. So from where I be member of parliament, the airport has not contributed a dime to all the developments the world they do in this very constituency. And this is unprecedented. Previously, all the members of parliament then they benefit from the airport. But as soon as I come, be member of parliament, everything change, no nothing. The people of Kafubulon, no they benefit, Even when they pay, like for example, we get some members of parliament them where then them places that then they mine, You go see something where then they pay landowners, then they give them surface rent. Some members of parliament they get up to 100 million surface rent, some they get over dandy, some they get below dandy, where then they use for develop their constituency. But me as at the talk, no single cent, no single dime, no nothing. So me feel say in any way that airport they did. You understand? Except the mindset of those running the airport change, but the people of Kafubulum not the benefits.
Honorable, make I come inside, yeah, make I ask you something. You say the money where you spend, now you own money.
Yes, ma'am.
Clarify for we now you own personal money or the money where they give MPs then for do them work.
They're not the give MP personal money for do work. Only thing we MP they get now you salary. And what till we do? What till we do? Now that first previously they been they give you money for go develop your constituency. But what till we do as members of parliament, very young and promising members of parliament? Some of we call we self together out of we salary, we join with and call Osusu. Every month we pull our salary, we put on for one person. Every month we pull our salary, put on for one person. We then give you take you go do development in your constituency. So most of the development they will do now with constituency now part of your own personal salary. No money is given to members of parliament for go do development in your constituency.
Yeah, honorable, where that money they can give you every quarterly money. Waiting that money they for. Where they can get
then get three sets of money.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, your salary. Secondly, fuel, and fuel, then just begin give fuel recently. When as until like 4 million or so for 4 months, 4 point something million for 4 months quarterly. Then they give 4 million or so. When as until like $400, when then they give for 4 months for your fuel.
Mm-hmm.
Then they give you waiting and called facilitation.
Mm-hmm.
The facilitation get for be because some members of parliament from the constituency for can sitting, then get for go hundreds of miles for go meet you people for the go na constituency for the facilitate you to and fro. You know, you for go na that 6 million in the due for months.
Honorable, I just have to understand something. Yeah. At the same time, I'm somehow confused. You get me?
Ma'am.
I'm not saying there was a talk about whether they give MP there was 60,000 or 60.
So let me just help Madam. So there is something called a community development fund.
That's what I hear.
Say. Then they give members of parliament. I just want to help Madam Kadi a little bit here. I think what even they try to refer to that the community development fund where they say that they give members of parliament fund. Or constituency development fund.
Previously,
because that's not a big sum of amount where they can give MPs every quarter.
Yes,
not a big sum of amount. But what happen, I'm not saying where this government come in power. I don't know if they mean just good some money then for say for go do a constituency, for go build office or then kind of thing they so something. But we know say that has just been the regular thing every quarter that they get that kind of big amount to MP. Where some of we they say all that money the MP then they get them, but we don't see what they are doing in some constituencies then. So MPs then you get some MP then one MP then like there. Now when you don't talk. Yes, kudos to you, you do well. But one MP we all know say they do well. Now Emerson Lamina, yes me. So now in the open all them constituency, we all get constituency now because of how we they see Emerson Lamina they operate, and at the same time money then they give other MP then. So now I make a desire for ask this question, let we understand. You see, because it's not the same money. How come Emerson Lamina in one they do so much for Kono and everything on the basis of that money within again? You get me? But that's not one of the questions that we are asked. We are just trying to understand you. But at the end of the day, I see your point. We put Osusu. We are not supposed to do that. We are not supposed to do Osusu because therefore provide funds and for do whatever they do. You get me? But then again, I suppose because of the two most corruption away involved because all the money then they give, but people will not see activity people they do with all the money then they. You get me? Is it so? Maybe.
Okay, so right. So let's make the honorable clarify that because I really want to open the phone lines.
Yes, I'll clarify that briefly. Previously, not so by quarter, they mean they give members of parliament money. They mean they give members of parliament money annually. When at the sum of 62 million every year. You know, a little something like $6,000 every year. Where they say now constituency development fund, where they expect you for go do something like your constituency every year. But no sooner we come, then divulge the issue of development to the council. They say now the council in your responsibility than they. We not to your responsibility than they. So they abolish the constituency development fund. They no longer they give members of parliament again, because they say development not to part of the responsibility of the member of parliament. But in we own community, in we own society, with the mentality of we people, you be member of parliament regardless of how good you are in the world of parliament. You knock out with any development for them, you just say goodbye in a parliament. You know they go there again. You see,
That's true.
So yes, you just say goodbye in a parliament, you know they go there. So we improvise for ensure say in the midst of any other thing, you know, you do development. And one thing, most of the members of parliament, and so you see they do development now out of the lobby or the relationship with the current government. You see, they go able help you say, go do this, go do this, go do this. Not to out of the money where you get out of parliament, not to out of your salary. You see, now out of your relationship with the government. Now then go see, hey, well, Lord help this man, well, Lord help this man, Lord help this man. So we get some members of parliament where government they help, you know, now then constituency, where then they do some great things them. You see, now then constituency. You get some other one them, you know, out of the meager where then they get, they say they do because we were retain we sit as members of parliament. The moment you don't do anything at your constituency, you just say farewell to your people there. Because you people are more interested in waiting you they do for them than the laws the way they make na parliament, than the oversight function way they do na parliament, and the traditional responsibility way you get na parliament. Not so than the more they impress them. Now wait you do for the way they see, now they impress them. So over the years, we lost very good members of parliament just because they don't do anything at their constituency. And we self no one fall in that category there. So we go the extra mile for ensure so we do something in our constituency.
Indeed. So I actually get a conversation with a couple of members of parliament, because I mean, me when I ask question, I can be very, very detailed. And a couple of them don't explain this to me in very fine details. So I be no say, you know, what was is no longer is. But I'm glad the way you take the time for explain, and I hope say fumble them where they listen to we understand that there was a time when this money was given to members of parliament, but such is no longer the case. Not to them they receive that money they anymore. Now the constituents, or how they can call themselves,
Councillors there.
Yes, councillors then, and then they get that money there now for do the development inside and different wards them. So we just get that clear. I want to open the phone lines, please. If we can open the phone lines right away. 2 minutes. Yes, we have callers on the line. I knew we would have callers on the line. Caller, waiting at your name and also you they call from. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Okay, so if the caller know they pick, we go come back when the caller come, but I don't want for waste time. I actually want to go to Madam Kadi with this question, and say, one of the reasons why they say this refurbished airports go get for work and then go pull them money, they say that a lot of flights them easy for left SALONE for go South America, and then believe say then they go create a lot of traffic. Now the new terminal way then they develop. Now this is a projection. They not run the analysis because they ask the how do call him the Mr. what's my name safe Tambi, Dr. Tambi. They ask, okay, make I go back to the yes caller. What's your name and also you they call from?
Hello, Matilda. This is Mike. I call from Seattle, Washington. How are you?
Yes, go on. Hello, Mike. Howdy, buddy.
Not bad. So I just want to go straight up to I'll just catch up with on our discussion.
Okay.
First of all, I want to see Alinians to understand here. Say this project is a BOT model. What do I mean by that? Not build, operate, and
we don't
transfer.
explain all that day. We don't explain all that day, Mike.
Okay, but allow me to really just land. I know.
So I just want to make you go straight to it because of time.
The difference between this project and the other project where APC gets a loan APC they take. This one not a loan. This not get any financial burden on Sierra Leone. That's one thing first one I want to establish. The second thing I want to establish in a BOT model, you not need for establish what you call a bidding process. Now we'll go back and read what's in BOT model data. Countries in Africa like Rwanda, Ghana, Singapore, Taiwan, even America and some states in there. Now the new model, this one is used for infrastructural developments all over the world. What's that mean? You look, especially you, the government, now you look for people that can build because it's like you don't have the money, you're gonna put out there, say, I get to this airport, I want to develop something there, I want to can build them, loan or operate them, after that, when I own them, then after that for certain years, we'll hand them over to we. So the person will get the money, you get to look at the consensus document, you get to look at what's entailed in the agreement. If this fits up, now business instead they do, if this fits up, you go look at them, you get disadvantages, you get advantages. The advantages to the government, one, what people in the talk, you get to create jobs. I'm just surprised that Mr. Shilong Osubiana, they asked about that. Even when they start the construction first, you know how many jobs that they create in that area to the youth man the way they under. If now 1 or 2 years, it increase the economy. The economy that area they boom. After that, even after that step, now therefore employ people that for work at the airports. Without them therefore give concessions to the people that will get for the under. If they even employ people that will come out other sites where the Canada area they for can then a Lungi, they therefore rent hosting at them places then they Lungi therefore open. People that will build houses then they.
Wait, making 2 minutes.
Let me finish. You give me 2 minutes. That done, then you go talk. Then go open more shopping centers and inside they will create more jobs for people. Then establish and clearly inside the document say when them do this airport over 1 million because right now
okay Mike, I get for hold you there. Hold on the line. You 2 minutes done. I go make Mr. Tarawali ask you question.
I just want to ask one question. Everything they say we all understand. I don't pull a video where I talk about them here. So but me on questions, why make the government if they know all this time make it not go down to parliament?
Vote down to waiting through parliament?
Why cannot take the opposing business at parliament first and debate and let parliament approve why?
Why you don't say the government the how you call them the president gets a how you call them a whole infrastructural unit what they call the presidential infrastructural initiative units at the State House were approved by the Parliament of Sierra Leone. You don't know that?
No, hold on.
Any project of that way,
would I say about pass through Parliament? Would I say it's a Parliament so no matter? Would I say you say
get an honorable here now? We get an honorable here. Let the honorable
that is not true, Mr. Tarawali. That is not true.
Mike, hold on. You can't talk over me. You cannot talk over me. If I'm giving you time to explain, you have to give me the respect and decorum for me to talk and for us to have a conversation. We cannot have a conversation if you are talking over me.
Make me contribution, ma'am.
So you get for wait. When I give you time, then you talk and then me talk. But you can't be talking over me and people are talking over each other. So hold on. We get an honorable here when a member of parliament we attest to the fact that this document's not inside parliament. So are you telling us here that this honorable is telling the Sierra Leonean people a lie?
Yeah, that honorable is not even sincere to some of the things they talk about. Because I hear more they talk about funds, development funds, how people then they get money, and don't know how councils they operate, and not sincere in the deliberations where they make. Right there to the people. So you view as them. Because how you go sit there and the honorable you tell me say, you know they get no money. In fact, honorable need to understand say, in responsibility, he is a lawmaker. He's not a developer. At the end of the day, if you see anything, I make you get NGOs and within our communities, then I make you the right proposal. If you see, say, your community get something, you develop a proposal. That is what people do. You have to be proactive. You can't go to Lungi, you can't go to the airport people and say, we need this. The people that want to do them a corporate responsibility, go look at it, then get funds for that, then chip in. But if you can sit down over there and say, you know, the money now, they put, well, if you see, say, they really, really suffer, why you want to run for second term? Why do you want to be there? Your money where you use now, you spend.
Okay, so Mike,
let me come in.
Mike, hold on. You sit on a Seattle, just like when myself sit on na Canada, yeah. So we are living our lives, doing our thing, but he is out there in the rains and in the trenches doing the work for his people. So I go here and tell, make him respond to you. No. You have levied an accusation. You have levied an accusation. You have levied an accusation, Mike, because you have levied an accusation.
That honorable Sidoyanda in the talk say, you know, the get and where every Sierra knows you have
Mike, I know you get this habit for talk over people them and then you know just really down people them and drown people them because you the Allah. You know, send me not to the person for try that with. Give the honorable a chance to respond. You have levied an accusation. He has to respond.
Okay,
well, yes, I tell Nat, thank you. You know, at times this position we hold, you get patient with people. You know, some people and they then get limited ideas, and then they feel say then get enough ideas. And waiting bad now, where you don't know, then they assume say you know it, you don't know. Meeting at the well of Parliament. In the accuse say, then carry the agreements na Parliament. Yeah. Sometimes you know they even follow parliamentary proceedings. Sometimes you don't even know what they happen at SALONE.
No, Mike, you cannot interrupt. If not for that, I will tell the technical team make them hang up on you. Let him respond. Period. I don't really be gracious to you for allow you for then at the line because I know you're SLPP strongholder. I know you represent the SLPP, youth diaspora or whatever here in America. That is why I am giving you the platform. I am being deliberate in giving you the platform tonight. So do not disrespect what I am giving you.
Thank you.
Go on, Honorable.
Yes. And the Constitution, again, at the quote, subsection 4 of section 40, say any of the agreements there for going to Parliament, we for debate them, we for look into it extensively, we for look at the pros and cons and how it get for benefit to a nation. When him in the talk, he say this not get for cost the country anything. Now then get for do everything. You know, I shake me because again a lack of knowledge they make it talk so. Yeah. All the revenue where the country they make through the airports get for go to Sumago. And I tell you, even before government go into this agreement, government for don't publicly declare how much now the revenue will they make from the airports. Now then they able to calculate and see when then they able to pull the money. But all of those informations are not in public domain. We don't know how much then we they make now we airport as it is. Then you go give them 25 years. Well, you don't know how much they make now your airport. You see, we all want development. I mean, they say, well, then they give me money for development, this, that. Always at the say, and a public forum, not to secret. I am on record, not television. Me, a member of Parliament. I am a sitting member of Parliament. So I am well informed than anybody within the diaspora about the operations and activities of Parliament or the opportunities of members of Parliament. Again, I tell you, see, they know they give any member of Parliament any money for go develop in constituency. That function, they don't be devolved. Then they are the responsibility of the local council. And the local council, they try. Because even in my constituency, some side, they build schools, then they build bridges, then they build
Mike, okay. Mike, if I hear you one more time. Mike, one more time. One more time, I'm going to ask the technical team to hang up. One more time.
My points, please. Let's get two more call them anyway.
I get caller then at the line, so I can't keep. So if I the reason why make allow him for make it day on the line because I know in position within the party, and now that make I say make it talk with the honorable.
Interesting.
Because let's say then they give you money. Yeah, let's say then they give you money for candle development. You know, let's tell you, some of we don't begin do development. We not even go to parliament. Our shadows, they didn't darken the well of parliament. We did do development now with constituencies there. And now because of that, they make with people like repose confidence on we, then give we the mandate, say yes, can rule we because you don't exhibit a true sense of loyalty and commitment to Usa Ikomo and you people them. Yeah. And I don't tell them very clearly that no member of parliament, not even they give money, say, yeah, go develop. I can remember where parliament opened the first money where they ever give every member of parliament now for go open office now with constituencies. When at the sum of 69 million leons for go open office now constituency. That's not the only money. But for say then they give member of parliament money, say, yeah, go do development now constituency. No, it's not correct. Yeah. Then also I want to make it essentially clear that my sister Matilda was 100% right when he said the documents no go na parliament. Yeah, so you way the alleged say the document go na parliament. Me na a sitting member of parliament. You cannot know about parliament than me. It's not possible. The
okay, honorable, I just want to cut you there.
Can I just react?
Honorable, I just want to cut you there. Mike, I give you 1 minute for response because I don't want all the line. I get a lot of callers then at the line. Thank you.
Right. I just want to know, say, the president gets enormous powers. He gets a veto power, and I want to this man also knows, say, not everything that has to go to parliament to be debatable. That's why you have committees. You have infrastructural committees. You have economic committees. You have finance committees. You have committees, on a devolved committees and within the parliament where everybody, all them parties are getting represented.
Panelists, I want you to take note because the person speaking right now is the youth representative.
When I talk there, you cut me off. You don't give me 1 minute. Well, let me 1 minute.
I go give you 10, Mike. Not tell me waiting for do. I go give you 10. I know it's
no, you don't obstruct me. You don't begin talk. You obstruct me. Then you say you give me. Allow me while they talk. Let me 1 minute done. Then you make your point. But if I'm saying if I don't go 10 seconds, then you obstruct me.
Mike, you clock they go. You clock they go at 14. I they cut you off.
Yeah, Mike. Mike, go ahead and finish your 1 minute, sir. That's it, don't go off the line. Well,
okay, good. Yeah.
I make my point.
Please write your thoughts. Keep writing your thoughts. I want to go to the callers. Keep writing your thoughts, please. Caller, waiting at your name and who shall you the call from?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Lawrence Fox. I call from London.
Good evening, Lawrence. What you get for we this evening?
Hello, Lawrence Fox. I call from London.
Yes, go ahead. What you get for we this evening?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the simple thing I want to make is Mike Berwa. Sorry, I don't want to be. The fact here is, yeah, how would you not take something to Parliament? When the people like representative, we for look at the bill and analyze the bill and look at the money the country they spend. Whether they're free, not so free, you get for come on a parliament, you get for get parliamentary approval. And a law. Not the president bill they go sit down say this thing for be done. No, it has to be taken to parliament. Then Mike Bell will get down the first nine DNA. And number two, they talk about a Mamamah airport is better than Lungi airport. Because there's a lot of repercussions that within a Lungi airport. There's no value when it take place at Lungi airport. No value whatsoever. Because one, we get difficulties for cost from Lungi or kind of free tongue. Because we not get the Lungi bridge was very expensive, $2 billion for building Lungi bridge. You're not realistic. Yeah. Then we get like them ferry, then they know which they call her. The thing that when they fly up the air, they're not even how they call her. I forget the English what they talk about. They don't even reach the transportation international standard. La put that word. What is he talking about? There is no value in Lungi. I must play in the kind of saloon. We're not gonna traffic jam this safe. Look at that traffic jam. If you get 10, 20 planes where they come every day, that you understand you need an extension. What do you need an extension for? We're talking that the 1 whole week now, 6, like how the honorable tell you now 6 planes no more the kind of saloon. What is Mike Berwa talking about? Is Mike Berwa dumb or what? When I jam for talk, this talent say what they give we pain. We need a new airport, would that be Mamamah? because he cut down the hazard in terms of like when you go to free tongue, like you just take transport to go Bona. There's a new city. That is $5 million or $345 million they give you new airports. Where they bring new investment into a new city. As compared to 270 million. He said it's in the pay for himself. That it means look at Ivory Coast plan flight $7 for Canasal. What do? Because what do is the airport very expensive over taxation. What they take my mayor? Is he dumb or what? I was like, are we stupid or waiting? Not for politics, please.
Okay, so I'm not going to allow you to insult him. Please mind your language. No matter what happens, I will not sit here and allow you to insult him.
In an area.
I'm not going to allow you for insult anybody, no matter what happens.
Not a parliamentary responsibility that. No, not a parliamentary responsibility that. Parliament that for big law. The Arab is supposed to take the bill to parliament. SALONE, not shoot a so. Inside the pen we owe. The other time, Mike Perry, they open mouth. The children will be
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Your 2 minutes is up. So before I take the next call, let me be very, very clear. I'm not going to allow anybody for leverage any form of insult on anybody in this panel or even the callers them where they call. The moment you cross that line, I will give you a warning and it will lead to an immediate hanging up of your call. We need for land, for respect we serve, even as with the debate. They see the comments there, most people and they say, I give Mike Bearer too much time. I give Mike Bearer a lot of time with intention. I know within Udan and Mike Bearer and no imposition within the party. And therefore, if at any point he feels to say this program a gang up on the current ruling party, I wanted him to make his case. I wanted him to make the case for the government because he represents the government somehow here in the US because in the SLPP youth either coordinator or national secretary or something like that. So therefore he is in the know and knowledge of certain things. I was very deliberate in according him the time for express himself, but at the same time I'm not going to sit here and let anyone spew any kind of thing. I will challenge you on what you spew. So call me angry, call me desperate, whatever you want to call me tonight, that is your wahala. When I sit on this chair, I sit on this chair to represent the green, white, and blue, and nothing but the green, white, and blue. Caller, waiting are your name and also you the call from.
Okay. Matthew, come. Anyone speak anything?
Hello, caller.
Matthew, come. And what you speak. So call me Andy, call me Matthew. Come and this to come. When I sit on the Matthew.
Okay, it look like for say the caller not there around for picking call. So if the caller not there around, I'll give another call. Caller waiting at your name and who say they call from.
Hello?
Yes. Caller waiting at your name and who say they call from.
Your name is Almami. I call from Maryland. How you do?
Okay, Almami, what do you get for we this evening 10?
First of all, I just want to thank you guys and for the great job that you guys are doing because this is very well needed. You know, I'm a proud Salonian, but also we got to hold our government accountable. You know, and you know one thing I want to say also for the previous caller Mike Barrow, you know, attacking Honorable. Sometimes it's easy for people to attack people in politics, but it takes a lot of dedication, a lot of time from family to do what they do. Not everybody that's in politics is a bad person. So Honorable, continue doing your job and working for the people. You know, sometimes it's not about, you know, saying they get money from the government, why are you using your money or why are you spending time, you know, why do you choose to be honorable? Some of these people is people that have worked their entire life, and to them, it means more to work for their country and not just working for a party. So honorable and guests on the show, thank you guys for doing a good job and continue talking and let people express themselves. You know, these days we have social media to help our country move forward and ask the hard questions. You know, for them just to say we're going to take $260 million to extension on the airport, you know, hard questions have to be asked. You know, there has to be accountability. That's what these African countries lack. You know, you just can't spend the money. Those are money that you can't get back. And to think that a country just give up 25 years where there's other great ideas. For one, to say that you're going to bring all kind of businesses and all kind of build lands, just look at the land. Survey Lungi and understand Lungi is a marsh land. So you gotta do your homework. You know, you're just not looking for propaganda or to make the next news cycle. To me, it looks like that's what this country has been doing a lot, especially this new government. Everything is for propaganda or to show we're doing it just to talk about it. You know, show us some research. Show us that you did your homework to say this is a good project, and take it to the House of Parliament. Let people argue about it. Let people get their own experts to look at
TAVAppmaker.com and create your free app today for your business for free. Yes, with TAV App Maker, you can make an app as easy as pie. It only takes a few minutes. Simply choose a design template you like, add the features you want, and once you are happy with the results, publish it to Google Play and Apple Store, so your clients can download your app. Go to TAVAppmaker.com and create your free app today. Why do a website when you can create an app for your business for free? Yes, with TAV App Maker, you can make an app as easy as pie. It only takes a few minutes. Simply choose a design template you like, appmaker.com, and create your free app today. You like, add the features you want, and once you are happy with the results, publish it to Google Play and Apple Store, so your clients can download your app. Go to TAVAppmaker.com and create your free app today. Why do a website when you can create an app for your business for free? Yes, with TAV App Maker, you can make an app as easy as pie. It only takes a few minutes.
Okay, fambul them. And see, una self no say, not so we get technology, not so we they control technology, and sometimes the technology can control we. Well, nadande na happen. Right in the middle, where the soup don't sweet. You know, it can don't tell like for say them 5 o'clock morning to go sleep. Where you don't do the sleep sober one day, you want turn now, then boom, something wake you up. Now it happens so to we. But Fambul, I promise you a part 2 of the show. And as I say here in the part 2, I am personally going to reach out to Mike Berewa and ask her make it be part of the panel. Because I want for be just, I want for be fair. If I ask him make he be part of the panel and he refuse to be part of the panel, I go make una know. Because una know for say with me, it's an open book. I promise you a part 2, term don't late, the honorable don't come. I want for make, I know say we panelists then get beaucoup questions, then get beaucoup in them. But I plead with you all, just because technology is acting up with us right now, and we know one for lost the good work where we don't put the foundation where we don't lay. I go ask me panelists them, make them all keep their notes them where them in the take. For we part 2. We part 2 now next week. I promise you without fail, we get for look inside the roles of parliament and what in parliaments can do for hold government accountable, because it is jarring for make a whole deal sign, locking the country into a 25 years. I don't know, it can be more than 25 years. And this money can even pass 270 million. This is an initial. We also know for say when construction they go on and they happen to get inflation rates, to get fluctuation in prices and whatnot. So this is an initial. We know that 270 million is not 270 million. But before we go this next year, so we cannot take an attempt. Lawyer Shilon, I beg, say small thing and tell Fambul and Tata until we meet them again next week.
Well, Fambul them, because of the technical glitch, we'll go through, we'll kind of interrupt the program just when we're at the peak of high tension. So now, I appreciate you now all listening to we. Hope we'll go tune in for the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you very much, I said Dr. Shilon. If you're a doctor again, well, like that. Madam Mataselu, tell Fambul they do quickly and tell them say you go ready, you go sit down so bang bang for the part 2.
Famble them and to myself know the situation in this, so we self want to talk more, but we not get time. But anyway, when I thank you for listening to we, and definitely next week we will be back for law continue. When I thank you, when I good night.
I go to Madam Kadi Johnson. Call insef in time not late as soon as know, but for love of country, she's still here. Tell Famble then I do. I say tell Famble then good night.
Well, Famble them and una don't hear within the host don't tell una anyway. So they know they for make I repeat that again. All I can say is una good night. We will see una tomorrow, or good morning, wherever on a day. We will see una on Friday. We will keep the question there as the host don't advise. We will keep all. So we will miss una back. Una good night, good day, or wherever on a day. Bye.
Okay, I go to Mr. CEO. Tell Famble then good night and make them know for say whatever contribution you get next week, you go bring and come for them.
No, I want to Mike Berewa, so this chair go left for me. Chair, they open up for you, Mike. And
okay, so Mike Berewa, should in case you are doubting what I just said, the CEO say they open them.
And yes, people possibly know the issue where say you have to come join the panelists tomorrow, and next week for join. Contact me or send a message to VOS. Now with inbox, I go contact your number and try for talk to Matilda and bring you in because we need una. The questions where they reach out to most of the doc and again come but una submit on social media. The chair they open, they get plenty chairs in for una. Be on join me next week. Lower from una own side as well.
Exactly. Make we hear from Unayon side as well. Listen, this program would not have been as enlightened as it is tonight if we not been get the Honorable of the House himself here, Abdul Kagbo, representing, constituency 077. It don't say a lot. It don't educate we a lot. It don't bring out a lot. Some of them things so we need for go deeper. We need for begin peel the onion. So next week, me not get for the Pambokutoko. I just the langbaska the questions. The no more now and make the panelists then just the jam themselves no more now. When I know say when me sit down, when I ready I can talk for 1 hour if I ready for talk. But next week I get for sit down no more. They watch them, make them they do. Me now for ask the question and go to the intertos. Honorable, I thank you so much endlessly for make you even sit down this hour. So inside Freetown, inside Lungi, and you deal with we. It's love of country. Waiting happen to you now the gate. Absolutely, I condemn it. A civilian organization cannot have that much power over the authoritative force, the recognized authoritative force, which is the police and the military. So if we don't there are a state where a civilian organization, a civil force, they command that much force over the authoritative force, there is a problem. There is a serious problem looming and we ought to tackle it and nip it in the bud immediately. And not for certain things, they also not to the first time they begin. It don't begin. There are times when during the past regime such incidences occurred. I will be remiss if I sit down and I not talk about that. But listen, this Tonangi, we the care we country go no side. This Tonangi no get for benefit anybody. Honorable, I don't know what your schedule is for next week, but I am hoping and keeping fingers crossed. See, I put my finger they all two together. I think I know they do so no more. But I keep fingers crossed say you go then Ayaso with me next week. Tigi for make we uncover this. For make we unwrap them for the people of Sierra Leone. Honorable, I give you the last word this evening. Tell Famble good night.
I want to tell you thank you for the opportunity. And I will advise me, brother Mike, let you read subsection 4D of section 40. We should say all the agreement then for going to parliament. We say president gets this, you get unity, get power, you get this. No. Any agreement we then they make on behalf of the country. If we go to parliament, we debate them and we approve them. And we always don't the approve agreement them for SALONE because we say one let this country go before. Waiting I don't sense now that people away in our political parties always want to defend them political parties as against the interest of the country. For once, Lord, we let the country. Lord, pray for SALONE, let SALONE go before. We person do wrong, Lord tell and say, pardon me, now me you didn't have the same party, but what you do so is not correct. This agreement, not to true. We then say get no cost on government. It get enormous cost on government because the revenues them they make at the airport, they get for go to Suma Group. Yeah, we not get for make no revenue again from the airport for the next 25 years if this agreement go through. So once more, I tell you, thank you for the honor and privilege. And I will assure you, say anytime you need me, I'm available. May God bless you.
Next week. So, Honorable, thank you so much. Next week we there so. Me people like what I tell you, we get Boku still for talk. So next week can't tell him like una tell him so today because we not go inside the or 50 or yoti yet. Una here when a president means say or 50 or yoti, we need for uncover waiting there or 50 or yoti they be mean. But even before we go this next, I want to take a minute for say thank you to Leon Stars. You are getting there. You did well today. You outperform yourself. Bravo, 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 bravo. Yes, we want a win. We do not want an equalizer. But even so, as I speak, let me say categorically, I stand with Kai Kamara. If we treat we players then right, if we give them the facilities, the tools them where they need, that we build and capacity them, they will show us, they will be there and they will do their job. But if we treat them substandardly, then obviously waiting Kai Kamara said today, it gets right. You know, go take you player them, you go put them in a dirty box. You know, go take you players them, you not give them the nutrients them where they need for them body, for make the, go na that terrain there and play the game according to how they're supposed to play the game. To the president, you say bravo to the players. Now let me tell you, say to your minister, enough is enough. You cannot have 19 officials accompany 23 players. I repeat again, you cannot have 19 officials accompany 23 players. That money they were then 19 officials, the one I use for their accommodation and whatnot, for don't take that money there. And use them and the players them and give them adequate food and give them adequate lodging and give them adequate nutrition, adequate treatment. Treat them as though they are representing the country. So while you say your bravo, go back to your Minister of Sports, go back to SLAFA and demand that our players be treated just. That's all I say. Me people them. Ebola real, I say Ebola, Corona real, Corona they kill, una mask them. Una practice social distancing as much as una can able. May God bless we all, may God protect we all. Again, bravo Leon Stars for today. Thank you all.